Hello Scrappers, it's me, it's Claudia from Scrap from Stash, and I'm here to share my latest layout I create for Color Rush Studio. I used the Big Energy kit, it's the June kit, and it's featuring a lot of the Rustic Legend from Simple Stories. I love this kit, and I really think the papers and the embellishments I choose for this layout match really well with my pictures. So if you like this layout, stay here with me.
Scrap from Scrapbook.
So Scrappers, I will start telling you that I decided to go with green skin color on this layout. I love all the green shades they have on this kit, and also I think these match perfect with those pictures I have from my boy when we live in Virginia. We live on the golf course and we have those trails, and these pine trees are beautiful, and I think was a perfect photos for this kit. So I'm going to match my pictures with these dark beige notepad design that was on one of the Simple Stories papers on the kit. I think the color match really well with the pictures too, because you know the concrete and the brown leaves on the floor all was like matching really nice together. And then here I'm just dressing the sides of this checkered paper. Of course I could not pass the opportunity to use this checkered. I love checkered papers on my layouts, and I also love to stress the edges of especially my layers. Here I'm decided how I'm going to do the design of my layout. The three pictures are very similar each other, but I really like them together. My boy was so little, playing with his balance bike, was super cute. And then I just dressed the edges of my papers too, the matte of my papers. And then now I'm going to add this foam behind the checkered paper, just to give a little dimension and to, you know, raise a little bit up from the stars background. I'm going to glue with double-sided paper and glue just to make sure it will stay in place. And then if you guys want to know, I some people already asked me before where I get this foam. It's from Walmart. It's on the kids section. And then now I'm going through my kit to figure out the embellishments. I'll be looking through the kit that have like phrases or embellishments that will work good with the moment of my picture, or even like the color scheme that I'm working on. I love the piece that say enjoy the journey. I really think it's perfect for my pictures in the moment. And I also love that the compass, because you know, like my boy was on the trails on his bike and was you know, like all my color scheme was like nice, because now I want to add other colors besides greens. And I think like a yellow was a nice color to add because the sunset, and also my boy like helmet is kind of orangey. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah. And then I add also the camera, the pine tree, because was a perfect addition, those pine trees on the pictures. I love Virginia green scenarios, because on the spring and summer it's going to be super green, and then on the fall it's going to have those beautiful, beautiful fall colors that looks like a painting. Is so beautiful. Now, like here, I'm looking what else I could use, and then I decided to give that pop of the black on the side of my checkered with that frazzle piece. I love the polka dot black and white. For me was a perfect combination for my layout, and I was super happy with the how my layout was coming together at that moment. I used some fabric glue to glue that fabric on my layout, and then I just cut the extra pieces on the end. I'm going to add some foam behind my pictures too. Of course, I have to. Perfect. And then I thought that legendary that came on the ephemera pack was perfect for my title, because that dark orange rustic color was a perfect add-on color for my layout. Was also, like matching with all the other colors I had on my pictures, and like I said, I want to start adding other colors besides green, so I thought the orange was nice, and then the punch of the black looks really, really nice too. I add that little tag on the bottom of my picture on the bottom left, and then I add some foam to give some dimension for that little tag that says enjoy the journey. And then I thought that was a perfect spot for the compass. I'm add some foam on the pine tree too. I was fighting a little bit with the pine tree because I don't like when my embellishments stay kind of crooked on my layouts, so I was trying to make like a little taller, like double of the foam, just to make my little tree be stable and not kind of like cricket. I add some like of other phrases around my layout. I thought that those freeze the moment was perfect too, and then that little the little yellow one, I create a banner like a fishtail, and then I add some foam to my camera too. Here I kind of like a bend a little bit my phrase over there, just to create that the little movement of the phrase, and I just add glue on the middle, so we'll like have that cool movement looking. And then I add that arrow on the top and the little phrase too. I think everything that I could on this layout, I add some foam. And I love that detail with the frazzle on the little hook they have on the compass. I love it. I thought it was super cool. I thought about put the little reef on the bottom of my pine tree, but the phrase kind of like threw me off. and then I added that arrow that on the wood that came on the kit. That was the inside part of the epic title. And then if you guys saw, I added that big enamel dot from my stash on the middle of the camera on the lenses. But then if you saw on my close-up, I realized that come on glue and went all the way to the top of my my pine tree. I was like, wow, I need to fix that. I will fix that later. And here I'm adding my thread. I added big enamel dots. All the enamel dots that I'm adding on this layout is from my stash. I think it's the only thing is from my stash actually, but I thought that was a really nice finishing look for my page, the enamel dots. And also off camera I will hand stitch around my layout on that green border stars pattern paper. I added that super cute heart, the yellow one. I was debating between the white and the yellow, but I thought the white was blending too much on my checkered pattern paper. Oh, and of course I'm trying to find where else I can put more thread. Those threads is from my frazzles, you know, they hang on the frazzles, so I use them for my thread nest little things. I love them. And that's the final. See guys, I told you I hand stitch off camera around my layout. If you guys liked hand stitch too, don't forget Color Rush Studio has hand stitch templates, and I am so in love with this layout. And you guys see on the top of my pine tree the enamel dots there. See, it was from the camera, fell off and I didn't realize. I just realized when I was editing this video I will need to fix it. But that's it guys. I hope my layout inspired you. I hope you guys can get your hands on Color Rush Studio Kit, the big energy. And if you guys wanted, I have a discount code as a design team. I will link below. Don't forget to check our social medias, mine as Scrap from Stash, but also Color Rush Studio. And see you guys on the next one. Thank you very, very much. Bye.
Scrap from Stash Book.